welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora, life coach and companion on this beautiful journey called life. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm so excited to connect with you. And yeah, if you ever feel like giving back, there's a little link in the show notes. Buy me a coffee. And as you all know, I'm a recovering coffee addict. So I would buy myself a beautiful cup of tea or some licorice. No, of course, all the money that is being donated is being put back into the podcast, into the Yurt experience, to keep the podcast advertisement free and to have the Yurt out there shining, receiving people who need to feel deep calmness and peace of mind. So this is me blabbing on for the intro, and I'll dive into today's episode right away, talking about the magic of human connections. I had to stop here because I wanted to say the mysterious and very powerful magic of human connections. I want to talk about how blown away I am today by how one person that barely knows me has one conversation with me. And after this conversation, I felt so lit up, so empowered, so liberated, so authentic. It is a feeling that I can't ever forget. It's something that is, memorized in my brain forever. And I sure hope that you had these moments in your life before listening to this episode, and maybe after this episode you will have your radars, your compass calibrated to it so that you can experience it in the future. And it's just so incredibly underestimated how when we open up, when we connect, genuinely connect with people, on how a simple connection can help us grow and heal. I always had a problem with the quote, time will heal all wounds, because they were always said in moments where I couldn't see any healing happening. And I think, time is one factor of healing, but you got to be willing to heal. You got to have the resources to heal and the openness. You have to have the right connections around you for healing. And there's so much that plays into a journey of healing. But I believe one of the most powerful healing tools we have out there and in here in our heart is the connection with other people. I'm actually dedicating this episode to the lady that was able to create that shift inside of myself. I'm not going to share her name because I don't know if she wanted that. She also doesn't know that I'm recording this right now. I'll tell her afterwards. But this lady went to school with me over 20 years ago. And I must say, we were not best friends, to say it lightly. If she was a rebellious cat, I was an anxious, naive little squirrel. And I could see that we could connect on some level, but back then with puberty kicking in and all the school stuff that goes on and stress here, trauma there. Like, it wasn't really possible to create a friendship between us two. And fast forward, we never had contact. We parted, and never saw each other again. Now she reaches out to me and is curious about my life, and very open-hearted and kind. And I write back to her, and we start talking, and she shares where she is at with her life, and I share where I'm at with my life. And there comes a point where she expresses slight regret of who she behaved when she was in her teenage years, and that she must have, or that she knows she had hurt people in the past. And it was not directed towards me, but I kind of felt that, she included me in this feeling of regret as well. And for me, that little sentence just shifted so much. I had not realized how back in my school days I was, stressed out, anxious, nervous, maybe, I don't want to say anything too negative about myself here. And how a person coming up to me now, 20 plus years after, and saying, hey, I think I wasn't really fair back then, releases so much healing powers inside of me that I didn't even know existed. I have a hard time to put it into words, as you can hear clearly. I don't have to pretend here. But just her simply expressing regret and me being on the receiving end, there was a huge weight lifted off of my shoulders all of a sudden. And I don't think it was only because of her realizing what had happened back then, which wasn't, again, not dearly traumatic, but for me to see that people evolve, that people are such loving beings and such unique creatures of the universe, and that they go through times of, intense ego and maybe pain and trauma, and then they take that pain out on others. And now they can turn around and say, shit, I need to apologize, or shit, I need to reach out to that person and see how she or he is doing. And that 180 is, it just makes me so happy. It makes me believe in humanity so much, that healing is possible, that forgiveness is possible, and that changing is possible. And again, she wasn't an awful person. She was maybe just lost in her own ways, and I was lost in my ways. And we couldn't connect back then. And now it's this beautiful, genuine connection. And I can't wait to take her out for coffee next time I'm in Germany, in Munich, and thank her for this. And so I'm sharing this with you because maybe you were on the receiving side of pain in the past, and you want to forgive and let go a little bit more of resentment and pain that you're still carrying around with you. And maybe you don't know how to do this when the person is not present, because it's hard to do by yourself. Maybe you have been a sender. Maybe you have sent out pain, inflicted pain onto others, to which I certainly count myself in as well. And you can reach out and apologize to the people. And you can also do it on your own and send people loving energy and asking for forgiveness in meditation. So we don't always have to reach out. That's only for the hardcore, courageous people. I get that. And sometimes the person has passed or you can't contact them. But if you have the possibility to contact somebody in the near future to extend an apology or to resolve an unresolved conflict, please do this. And don't wait for your last breath to come upon you, because it will help you. It will not only liberate the other person, but it will help you. And I believe if we do these courageous steps in our lives to heal ourselves, we do tremendous work to help others heal as well. And this way we build stronger community. This way we have a healthier relationship with the environment. And yeah, this is what I want to create with my podcast, with my yurt experience, with my coaching. I want to create more resilient, stronger communities and have people be happier with themselves and their relationships. All right. I'm going to send you out with so much love and a big warm hug. And hopefully until next time, please subscribe if you like this podcast or share with a person that you care, and leave me a rating on Apple Podcast. It helps tremendously. With so much love. Until next time.